What's going on, guys? TBF Gaming. Welcome back to a brand new video. We're jumping back into the Valguero map. Now, over the last 48 to 72 hours, we've had a whole bunch of interest in our Valguero map tour, and we want to kind of jump in and show you guys a couple of really cool spots on the map that we didn't get to really highlight closely as we did the map tours. We just kind of flew around it real quickly. Some people had some different questions about it, so we want to go ahead and jump into those here. First off is the caves and the artifacts. There are definitely caves and artifacts here on here. Here's one of them. This is a really cool one. Little temple area up in this side of the map. Let me show you the coordinates for it. 4687. You can see right there all the way on the far right of the map, pretty much dead center between the north and the south. So definitely a cool spot. There's actually a full staircase that leads you all the way up here. If you actually come in from the where it's intended to come in, there's, oh, what's up, man? There's all kinds of stairs that get you up here. There's really good nodes of metal up here that are a lot of fun to get into. Like I said, definitely a good area, and you can hear there's a monkey around here somewhere. I found quite a few of those on our first playthrough as well. There's usually raptors up here too. It looks like compies as well. They give you a little bit of trouble. Now let me show you the entrance to the cave. I think this is one of the coolest spots about it. Like very Indiana Jones Temple of Doom kind of feel for it. I'll show you this. So if you go up here, it doesn't look like there's any way to get in or like it's actually accessible or anything like that. But if you look around on the walls, there's a little tiny switch that you'll be able to see. It's hard unless you get really close to it. There it is. And get all the way up next to it, hit that, and then bam, you can actually go inside of here. Now it's really dark inside of here. You definitely need a torch to go further in here. I'm not going to show you the full cave. If you guys want a full cave walkthrough, I can definitely do that. Or if you go back and look at my Jurassic Ark videos, we definitely do one run through of the actual cave system. Now this cave is cool because once you actually go through the cave and get the artifacts, you won't exit out the same way that you entered. You'll actually have to exit out a different area, and you come out a different spot over, I think a little bit north of here if I remember correctly. But you got a couple little spots over here. See all this? There you go, a couple little totems. And then to actually advance through here, you got to go ahead and take the leap of faith and jump down. And then down there's some really cool stuff. You got to fight quite a few things. I wouldn't go in here on foot unless you have some really good gear, or if you have like a small dino that you can take down there to kind of keep you safe. But that's the first cave. I think it's really cool. Like I said, if you guys want to check it out, definitely go back and watch one of our playthrough videos on it. Definitely a lot of fun to go in there and get it. All right, and then to exit it, there's also a button up here. Once we get back to the door, there's a button that you got to press to actually release it. All right there. And then it's a little bit of a timer system before it closes down on you. All right, there you go. You can I think you can hear the countdown. Yep, there you go. You can hear the countdown for it. All right, so there you go. There's point one. Now the point of this video, we're just gonna, like I said, show you a couple of cool spots on the map, kind of give you an idea of some of the things that we didn't get to a chance to really slow down on, some of the ruins, some of the path around here, so you can kind of just see what it's all about. I love this map. I think it's really well done, and that's why we want to continue to do some really cool videos on it. If this does become an official map, I will be opening an open server. I haven't figured out which mods. I'm thinking somewhat vanilla-ish is what we'll probably try to do. Alright, let's move to the next spot on the map. Alright, so if you guys like the center map or Ragnarok with the ruins and stuff like that, this definitely be a map that you guys enjoy. This is the actual staircase that leads up to that ruins that we were just at, and it kind of leads all the way up there. I think you could probably do some cool bases inside of here, unless on your server you guys don't want to block off the actual entrance to it, although with a flyer you can still get up there. Alright. Pretty much follow this around. Got some more ruin areas. There are explorer notes and stuff on the actual map, which is cool. You can actually go access those. Very cool. Alright, I guess we can keep that shut. Alright, and then you just keep following this up. It'll take you all the way up to that area that we were just at. I think it's really cool the way they added this. Like I said, it's very Indiana Jones, Temple of Doom kind of feel to it. Alright, a couple little spots here. Kind of look down. You got different areas right down here. We're not too far from the green obelisk, and then just north of us is the actual swamp area. Alright, keep following this up. And then, oh, you know what? I should probably go back and show you the actual coordinates for it. Let's run back down here. We'll show you the coordinates and where we're at on the map. Like I said, right next to the swamp area, not too far from it. There we go. All the way down. And here we go. And this is about where, like, the entrance area is. So you got right there, coordinates of 4384. All right, let's move to the next spot. Alright, the green obelisk, which is located at 4877. If you can look down here, there's a whole bunch of crystal down here. This is actually one of the easiest spots to get to crystal early game once you get a flyer. You usually fly over here, or you can make it on ground, but there is quite a few raptors in the area. But 4876, and you can kind of see where it's at on the map right there. It just gives you a good little spot for metal nodes. You've got crystal right there. Definitely not too bad if you guys want to check it out. Now we're playing on single player, so we're doing a little bit of flying action. Let me speed it up just a little bit so I can get to a couple more spots. I just want to show you a few different points of interest, maybe a couple places where there's different resources. Now resource-wise, all the Scorched Earth stuff is available on here. In terms of the extinction stuff, I'm not 100% sure on all the materials, but the dinos definitely are. Velonosaurs are on here. You have Velonosaurs, you have the snow owls. You also have the dyers, what they call the actual like snow bears. The polar bears are actually up here as well, so that's really cool. All right, let me move to. So I know I flew by some of these areas in the actual map tour video, but this kind of just gives you an idea of some of the ruins. Get a little bit closer inside of them, as well as some of the pathways. All right, so you'll definitely see that my favorite areas on the map are anywhere where there's ruins or waterfalls, which is a lot of verticality, or especially where they mix those things together. This is up right next to the swamp area, not too far from where we were before. On the map, it's about right there. GPS is 3682. Definitely a cool spot. Now, we did something on our playthrough. We actually ran around a bunch on these roads just to kind of see how far they could really take you and how many things you can access actually running around through here. And it's definitely most of it, which I love the fact that they added these trails and these little ruins areas, because it just makes it feel a little more lived in, feel like an actual like huge map that lots of people are on, and it makes a lot of fun. Just kind of gives you an idea of how this looks through here, because we didn't, on the actual map tour, like I said, we didn't get a chance to actually slow down and go through some of these areas, because we just wanted to do an overall kind of look at the map. This video won't be too long, but I definitely want to take a little more time to show you guys some of the areas. This is right next to the swamp area, which you'll find, you know, the Beelzebufos and the Sarcos, stuff like that. Straight up there is some more of the actual swampland. Alright, now we've done a full fly through of this before. We're going to go through it one more time. We are in where it's the actual game is sped up, so it'll be pretty quick just kind of going through here. I'm not going to go all the way through the actual cave. I just wanted to show you kind of this area here. Now this area down here, they're all kind of creatures down here. You've got your snakes, you got the scorpions, you got mantis running around in here, arthropleura, all the different things. Inside of here is the actual Wyvern Cave. You can follow that, and it'll actually lead you all around to this area right over here. So it's one giant circle, and you've got all the wyvern areas down there. Now, right now, the wyvern's not activated, but they are supposed to be added back soon. There's also supposed to be all 4 types of wyverns. From the previous maps, you've got the fire, the poison, and lightning, and then you have your actual ice wyverns that all should be on this map. So it's definitely a cool area. And then, like I said, the extinction dinos are on here. You can see over here, there's actually some snow owls. Really flat spots to build in up here. Although in this area right here, you do get ice cubes. You can hear me icing up right there. So that's not good if you're wanting to go up here without really good gear. You'll definitely end up dying pretty quickly. But you can see lots of flat areas, more crystal, some more flat areas over here. And then, like I said before, there are the actual polar bears, which makes it a lot of fun. Now, one of my favorite spots and where I built in my Jurassic Ark playthrough is right here. You have this really cool waterfall area. All these waterfalls. There you go. So you can actually see the waterfall flowing at normal speed. Little ice area beneath us. Sometimes there are penguins and stuff that kind of spawn down there, so you can get your organic polymer. You've got the 3 different, or is it 3 or 4 different waterfalls leading up to the top area, and then a nice flat area up on top of here. Now, like I've said in the past, I don't play PvP, but I think this would be a good spot for building if you're trying to protect yourself PvP. There's only one entrance to this up here by land dinos. Obviously, people can come in other ways, but you can pretty much cut off the one side over there, and then you got this nice flat area up top to build, as well as a giant tree you can throw a platform in. And then over on the other side is fairly flat as well, and there's only 2 entrances to get up to this entire cliff up here. So this is just kind of a cool spot. I'm a big fan of any of the snow areas. Like I said, snow areas are probably my second favorite behind anywhere where there's ruins. Alright, this is just another spot in the snow area that's a really good build area. The map area for it is right here. Coordinates for it are 21, 27. Definitely a good spot. Super flat. I've definitely built some small bases on here on previous single player experiences, and it's got a lot of space to spread out. You got all these little cliffs up here, and there's only like one good entrance to get up here, so definitely not too bad. Alright, let's move out of the snow area over to the tundra, where you'll find your Velonosaurs. Alright, this is the tundra area. Like I said, over here you can find the actual Velonosaurs. I think they're going to add the gas bags probably in this area as well. I'm not 100% sure on that, where they're planning on adding those, but gas bags are supposed to be added to the map as well. But you pretty much follow this little waterfall up there. There's a nice place to build up here. You got some good water areas down here. It's right on the edge of the actual snow area in the tundra. You can see the location on the map right there. The coordinates are 3017. Kind of bring you up to the top of this hill real quick so you can kind of see it. But you got all these little cliffs right here that I think would be really good for building if you want to do like some little small builds. kind of a good spot. You can also find a lot of mammoths and stuff over here as well. And this little castle up here definitely offers you the ability to kind of build in like an already built-in area, which is cool. And you've got some different steps. There's remnants of a previous wall right over here. There's your Velanosaurs right down there. You got the little wall area right here. Some more ruins, little castle ruins up on the top. Just definitely a cool spot that's kind of already built in, almost like a Skyrim type feel. You can definitely add to it a lot. And then you can see up above us there's all kinds of flat areas. That's what one thing they did, is they did a good job making plenty of flat areas to build in, as well as adding a lot of just vertical areas and a lot of shrubbery and rocks and all those kind of things. Let's move on to the next area. Here we go, one more spot with some awesome waterfalls. I don't know what it is about the waterfalls. It's just always my favorite areas to build. There's a really cool flat spot in the middle right there, and I think it'd be a lot of fun to kind of build across these little chasms here, especially if you use Structures Plus on the PC. You could definitely do that. If you're playing on Xbox, you got to get a little more creative. All right, just kind of a cool little base area there. Look at that flat up on the top. Little area over that way. Just a really cool area right outside the redwood. The area on the map right here is right there. The coordinates are 4413. All right, let's move over to the redwood because there's some really cool spots there I want to show you. All right, so as of right now, this looks like the only completely unfinished part of the map where you can't even go in or anything like that. There's a barrier stopping you from going over there. So that's kind of right here on the far left of the map. You can kind of see where the map's not uncovered right there. Just kind of gives you an idea. But this leads over into the actual redwood biome, which is a lot of fun to build in, like always. Alright, so your typical redwood, you got the trees going across the water, stuff like that. There are titanosaurs, which sometimes spawn in here too. You got some of the flat areas there, some more ruins with some more waterfalls back behind there. Definitely a cool spot to build in. And this place is relatively good with resources as well. Over here you got some of the different shrubbery that they'll throw just kind of randomly in here, the different colored trees there. Off to some more waterfalls and some more ruin areas straight ahead. And then a little bit further into Redwood, there's another cave entrance, which I'm going to show you real quick too. Alright, before I show you the actual spider cave, this is just kind of a cool little building spot that I've been into before. Here's the place on the map for it. Coordinates for it are 8227. If you move down through here, it just kind of goes down underneath. It's got some good resources inside here. You have the actual crystal. And then down below here, there's a little bit of metal inside of here. And it looks like a pretty good cave that you could definitely wall off and turn into a good spot. And this might actually work for a PvP. Like I said, I'm not a PvPer, but it definitely seems like it might be possible to turn into that. And it's right at the edge of the redwood, so kind of opens up into this area. So that might be a little hard to defend, but I feel like it wouldn't be too bad. Alright guys, so we're in the center of the redwood. This is actually a really cool area that leads into the spider cave. This is a really difficult cave. We actually died quite a few times in here, our first time coming in here. But there's the actual map area for it. Here's the GPS grid for it, 7642. Let's move down in there real quick. Hopefully we have God mode on, so I can just show you this real quick as we run down inside of here. But it leads down into this really cool spider area. You got webs all over the place. There you go. You can see you're starting to get into some bad things right here. And it just gets worse as you go down. Obviously, as soon as you get in here, you've got spiders, you've got bats, all the things attacking you. Let's see if we have God mode on. Okay, there we go. We're set up with God mode. We're good to go now. Let's go ahead and get a little further in here. Kind of just shows you what it looks like. We won't go all the way into this cave either. We want to kind of leave that either for another video, or you guys can go back and watch one of our playthroughs where we went in here. But you can see it definitely gets pretty bad down here. You got spiders all over the place. We should get the loading for the cave here in just a second. There we go. There's loading of the cave. And there we go. We're in. Alright. You can see that's where I died just a minute ago because I forgot to turn the God mode on. Alright. Move inside of here. Let's get our torch out. I'm just going to show you the very beginning of the tunnel, just to kind of give you an idea. It definitely gets a lot worse as you go through. And I know in the past you had to have like the scuba gear or the different protective gear to go in here, otherwise you would die of poison gases. I don't know if that's still true. It just kind of gives you an idea what this place looks like. It's definitely really well done, really cool cave, and you can find the artifacts inside here. And look at that, all the bad stuff. So definitely come in here at your own risk. Alright guys, let me move on to a couple more spots, then we'll finish up the video. Alright, like I've said several times now, one of my favorite things on maps like this are all the ruins that they add in. Just makes it feel like something used to live here. Got all the pathways too, just really cool additions. This is a really well done one. This is a nice little castle that's on the edge of the redwood. If you look right here on the map, right there, grid coordinates for it, 7648. So kind of a cool spot. If you go down inside of here, you've got a little kind of area that you can definitely fortify quickly. You've got an explorer node inside of there, but you can definitely put a wall and everything up here. Keep yourself somewhat safe. The actual bridge is broken down, but I feel like you could do some foundations and probably do some things with that. Leads over to the rest of the larger part of the castle, which is really cool, and I think it'd be a lot of fun to kind of build within this thing. Look at that. Just looks really cool. Alright. Down here, you got like a couple little door entrances down here at the bottom. Let me see if I can find it. One of these little spots. There you go. Just kind of feels like there's like a whole nother thing to it. Just very, very Skyrim feel to it. Just one of my favorite spots on the map. Right next to the redwood, just up from the actual chalk hills. And then right below here is another cool build spot. Right next to this water area down here that leads into the chalk hills, you have this whole water lake area right here. And there's a couple really good flat spots both on that side and on this side that you could definitely build some really nice like castles or different just large structures. Right here at the bottom you have that flat screen. Oh look, there's a Titanosaur spawning in. It's a thing. That spawn on that thing is so weird. Alright, there you go. Just kind of a cool spot for it. Let's move further into the chalk hills, which I want to definitely show you more about. You'll also find Quetzals kind of going around the chalk hills. That's where we tamed ours. They kind of just fly right above it, and because the chalk hills are so high, sometimes you can actually shoot them from the ground, so you can get kind of... Alright, one of our favorite spots to build is that little Chasm Cavern, whatever you call it, right there. It looks kind of like a burnt out volcano, or what used to be a volcano, but there's like water and stuff inside of it. Now the only way to get in there without jumping in or without a flyer is there's a little cave right down here below. Kind of show you this right here. Alright, let me slow it down a little. So I think the only thing that will really fit inside of here is either small, medium, maybe some of the medium dinos, but they'll definitely have a little bit of trouble getting through. Really dark through here, so make sure you have a torch as well. You can kind of run into a bunch of things if you don't have the torch out. It's a really, really dark tunnel. I mean, obviously you can adjust gamma, but that's, you know, whatever. Alright, so if you go a little further inside of here, leads out to the little open water area, right onto this little center build area that would be really easy to build some really cool structures on. And now, like I said, the only way to get large dinos in would be if you had some type of mod that could help you get them in and out, or if you built some kind of structure to help you get out. Other than that, you'd be pretty much trapped in here. Later on, when you get elevators and stuff, you'd be able to get them out. But early on, stuff like Rexes and stuff like that wouldn't be able to get in and out of this area at all. But that's a little exit for it there. Like I said, just a really unique area. I think it's one of the better spots. And there's lots of metal nodes right over there. If you're struggling looking for metal nodes, straight ahead right there, as well as right up there, there's plenty of metal in the area. As long as no one builds up there, you'll have some really good metal nodes in the area. The second of 3 Chalk Hills area. Now the Chalk Hills also doesn't currently have any spawns in it. That's supposed to be fixed by either by the release or once it actually is updated by the mod author. But this is another cool little spot. It's got a little trail leading up to kind of this little cave area. It's just a nice little spot in the backside. Got some cool waterfalls for scenery over here. And then right on the other side, there's some amazing waterfalls. And this is just a cool area. I'm a big fan of this part of the scenery. Super bright, super lush and green over here. Now, I know there's a lot of comparisons to Ragnarok. I definitely get that, but this definitely has its own feel to it. Let me show you this awesome waterfall area over here that's got a nice little build spot right in the middle. You can see this little island in the center. And then you've got this giant area of waterfalls. Now, this definitely reminds me a lot of Ragnarok. But like I said, it definitely very different maps. After playing on both of them, they both have a lot of different to offer. And I think Valguero's just done a really good job on it. And I think it's going to be a great official map if that's the case. There you go, all the cool waterfall areas. Like I said, I know we've gone through a lot of this on the actual map tour, but we wanted to just go a little bit closer, show you guys a little bit more in depth some of the stuff here. And there's a few things that we're leaving out, but we at least want to get you guys started. In case we haven't showed you this, this is actually a really nice flat area that's got one little entrance up on top of it. Friend of the channel, Otto, built a nice castle up here. If you go back and look on the channel for Castle Valguero build, this is one of those areas. If you want to see a Lord of the Rings inspired build, right over here on that cliffside, friend of the channel, Goat, made an amazing like Lord of the Rings inspired, Skyrim inspired build right up on top of those cliffs over there. But both really good build areas. Right over here you've got a lot of water, and then right below it you have a castroid area. You can see the chalk hills over there on the left side. Just a really cool area. And then right that little chasm in between on the beach area right there is how you get up to the top of the chalk hills, or over there on the left. Alright, I got 2 more spots in the center of the map to show you, and then we'll be done. We haven't gone here too much on our actual playthrough, but this is the actual like RG mountain. There are nests around here, at least there was in the past, of the actual RGs. You can fly through here and stop and get a few of the actual RG eggs. They had it at one point to where the RGs were not tameable, but you could get eggs for them on this map here. Now, a lot of people, including like Jade Plays Games and a couple other ones like that, have said that they think this is where the new dino that's been teased is going to be, because they can actually use these nests, so you have to come here and grab the eggs for those guys. But there's nests all around here. You can see right down there, and there should be, see there's an egg on there that we can grab real quick just to show you guys. And right now, like I said, it's the RG egg, but a lot of people think this is going to be replaced with one of the new dinos coming to the map. But you go down here, fertilized RG egg. There you go. level 90, level 90. You can pick that up. And I don't know if the RG is aggro on you here. Let's find out. Oh, yep, there they come. Oh, yeah, there they all come. You can see all the RGs are very upset at us right now. So they'll come up here and try and get us out of here. But like I said, this is the little RG mountain, kind of a cool spot. Let me get up here and I'll show you the actual map area and coordinates for it. There you go, right there on the map. Almost dead center left and right. And then a little bit high on the coordinates. It's 2741 is the very top of it. The top of it does have some really good nodes for metal and crystal, as well as some obsidian right there. Just a really cool spot. Down below it, some more nice little ruins area straight down there, and some more waterfalls. All right. This is the actual last map spot that I wanted to show you. There's just one more ruins area that I think would be really fun to build inside of. There's also an explorer note there. Check that out. But just a really cool spot. Definitely a dangerous area. You'll see Rexes and Carnos and all kinds of stuff there. Is that guy coming after us? Oh, I thought he was coming after us. We thought we were playing the Jurassic Ark mod, where those guys definitely attack us quite a bit. But just a cool little ruins area, and it's kind of out in the middle of the little jungle biome here. This is almost dead center of the map, looking at coordinates of 3253. So definitely more towards the center of the map. Alright, last place that we're going to show you before we log off for the day. I want to show you guys one more spot where people tend to have a hard time finding Silica Pearls. If you go straight below here is a really good spot for Silica Pearls. In fact, let me put it in a little bit faster speed. Here you've got all the Silica Pearls you could possibly need. So I don't know if we're still, we're getting chased by everything. But yeah, right down here, Silica Pearls. Let me show you where it's at on the map. Alright, and this is at the little water area right in the center of the map at coordinates 4752. So almost dead center. You'll also find occasionally there'll be a Quetzal flying over this as well, but it's kind of a bummer because then right over water, which makes it a little difficult. But here you go, right below here, there's this little rock right in the center. You can pretty much jump on here, swim straight down. There are sharks on here. There's no other large fishes in here. You've got the sharks, dolphins, rays, jellyfish, those kind of things, but you don't have to worry about anything larger than that. There is a rumored underwater area, which I haven't found yet, and then there is a underground aberration area, which is supposed to be added to the map soon as well. So all kinds of cool changes to it. There's a lot of other rumors about things that are going to be added, other new dinos and stuff like that. We'll wait as we get a little bit closer to the actual map coming out to see what happens, and then there's the live stream for Ark tomorrow. I'm going to try and get this video out first thing today. And yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hit that like button, subscribe if you're new, leave a comment down below. Let me know if there's anything else you guys want to know about the map or anything you guys want to see. Like I said, we put quite a few hours on the map. We've had a chance to talk to the actual mod developer a few times. Definitely they've put a lot of hard work into the map, and it's been a lot of fun playing this one. So one of the better maps to come to Ark. Alright guys, like I said, hopefully you enjoyed. I'll see you in the next video on either Valguero or some other content. Definitely go check out our Dark and Light City Heroes, Conan, all the other videos. Thanks guys.